Yo, what's up homies, and welcome to week 3 of your season 5 battle pass missions. So today we're going to be going through all of these missions and explaining how to complete them and also easier ways to complete them for you guys. If you're new here, subscribe. I do these videos weekly and help you out with all your Brawlhalla Battle Pass needs and other videos for Brawlhalla. So first up, we've got be the first to send a non-GG emoji. So simply, when you're in a room, you can press the little emoji thing down the bottom and you've got a bunch of different options, not just GG. So after a match finishes, what you're going to want to do is click that emoji button, whatever it is, depends on your console and platform, but you're going to click that button and click any of the emotes that isn't GG. And you got to do that before your opponent, and you only have to do this once, so it is nice and easy. I'm actually surprised it's only once, but then again, it only gives 2 joules, so there you go. Next we have our weekly weapon missions. This week we have hammer heavy attack, bow KO, and sword light attack damage. So the 3 legends you want to be playing this week are Yumiko, Koji, and Bodvar. Bodvar has hammer sword, Yumiko has hammer bow, and Koji has sword and bow. So play any of those 3 legends to complete 2 of the weekly weapon missions at once. Next we have deal 150 damage in a row without getting hit. Now there's 2 ways of going about this. You can either play like say 1v1 experimental, get a bot and then just sig spam them, or do whatever you want to get high damage and avoid their attacks. Or if you don't want to place your bets on getting lucky versus bots 10 times this season, what you can also do is I'd recommend playing something like friendly 2v2s, where you have a teammate that can distract your enemies and also take damage for you while you just play passively and just go for light hits. 150 damage, if you just play super passively, try to avoid hits and then make sure you are getting damage in when you can, you should be able to get 150 damage in without getting hit. Now you have to do this 10 times, which is quite difficult, but you do have the rest of the battle pass to complete this, so you guys will be fine. Next, we have unarmed KOs. So if you guys don't know what unarmed is, it's basically your normal attacks, but when you're not holding weapons. So you've got your normal light and heavy attacks directional, but if you're not holding weapon, they're light attacks. So the light like this, they do a lot less damage compared to a normal weapon, and the SIGs aren't as fancy, you know, it's just punching really, but that's pretty much what you want to do. And of course it does a lot less damage than holding a weapon, so to get an actual KO from this, your enemy does have to be quite red. You can also get a gimp, so ground pound unarmed will count for this. You do also have your down sig, which is a little breakdance, that one's quite powerful, and a right side punch does quite a bit of damage. So if you can do any of those, you'll be able to do it. Just like that. Alright, so there we go, we got our 1 unarmed KO. And then last but not least, we have launch opponent into orbit with signature attacks. And now notice when I click on this, it gives us a nice little description and it says use SIG attacks to KO opponents off the top of the screen. And unarmed heavy attacks do not count. Alrighty, so what you're going to be using for a lot of this mission is neutral sig attacks. That's because most of them hit upwards, generally upwards. Some of them hit exactly upwards, and that's like Jala's neutral sig on her sword. That's exactly what you want to use, it goes straight up. So does Koji's bow, so does Fate's scythe neutral sig, but notice it's not just end sig. So if we hit it with a down sig on her orb, then we hold up for the active input, goes straight up. That is another perfect one, and the neutral sig also hits up pretty much. So this one's going to be really easy, you guys will get it normally. Note that you do want to kill them at the top, so if they're too weak and you hit them with an end sig, they might still survive, so you want to go for that high damage red so that they fly off into the top of the screen. I don't know if they have to be stunned. In the previous mission where we had into orbit, it specified that they had to be stunned, which meant they had to be under the influence of the SIG attack. They couldn't just be hit and then come out of the stun but then fall. But I guess that's just to do with the bottom of the screen. Top of the screen is okay, I guess, because they're less likely to come out of stun and then jump up. But yeah, basically all you're going to want to use is those sort of SIGs that hit directly up. Either your main character will have a SIG that hits directly up, or a character you're familiar playing with. Either way, you guys will be able to get this easy peasy, even just by playing normally. So good luck with this week's mission, guys. Hope you're doing well. I've had a bit of a break, as you guys can see. Haven't completed many missions, but I'm going to be on it this week. I'm going to grind out. Got uni coming up in about 2 weeks or so, so that's going to be fun. Still going to be making these videos for you guys, don't you worry. Still going to be on top of that, and there's a lot more content to come. I recently uploaded a video where I was buying a bunch of more skins for this account, which is actually worth like something over $900, which is Australian, but that's still crazy. So if you guys want to check out that video, it is linked in the description, and I'll catch you all next video. See ya.